your drag race t-shirts. All right, back into the door slamming qualifier. All right, another pair coming up right here. Jim Skyver. Now those first two, the highest cars.
Jim Skyver, 93 Firebird for J&D Marine, Woodstar Forestry, the Pontiac from Matt. 93 Firebird, big block Chevy for power. Number S26. He's currently number 4 qualifier, 547 ET. I got Eric Johnson, Big Johnson Trucking. 2002 Chevy S10. Ran a 503, currently number 2 qualifier there with the S10. Racer out of Onekama. Your track record holder for trucks, the 503.
Good looking balls, 021. Skyver, 049 for Johnson. Johnson again a 503 with a 4, 139 miles an hour. Jim Skyver Firebird 513 at 138 miles an hour.
This is
air right there.
Yeah, that might be Skyver's best run. 513, 503 again ties his best run. How do you look at mile per hour?
Times when that
139,
check
9,
went
that
down
might be
at the end of bracket 1.
give us a minute here. Yeah.
Okay, we'll bring our next pair up here. Top door slamming qualifier.
Hey, Bob.
Yes.
Greg Sears 79 Camaro out of Wyoming, 636 cubic inch motor. In the highest performance lane for Autolite spark plugs, Fram oil filters, Go Fast Productions, Speed Tech Nitrous, and JD Motorsports. And the nitrous purge on the line. Looks like the Sear crew seems to be happy with everything and the way we got this car lined up. And giving a good hard nitrous purge on the line, ready to go. The Greg Sears 1979 Camaro.
You go, sir. All right, thanks.
Again, for all of our race fans and racers out there watching, again, these guys are running off the Pro Tree. Let's see when they stage up, pre-stage stage, and all three of those yellow lights come on at the same time. It's not like the full tree. Yeah, well, there's some spark on that one. And out a couple times. Launched off the line, lifted, came down hard up the track. Saw the sparks flying away on that one. And look out, here comes monkey business. This will be our 4th car up in the top door segment, second round qualifier. Bates. Low 548 cubic inch big block Chevrolet 1965 Tempest.
Let's have Street Trophy round 4. Ron Hagar, 5-run holder. Street Trophy round 4. You can start making your way up the lanes now. Louisville Battle round 4 action. Bring on. Street Trophy. A lot of heating and cooling. Let's see what monkey business can do here. The big block Chevy powered. Below 65.
Remember this time. run, 588, 134 miles an hour with lifting.
Lifting? He don't know what lifting means. There's no such thing as lifting when it comes to these baits.
He just mashes that pedal down and goes, oh, that's something else. What a car.
Yeah.
What a driver.
So we got our street trophy making their way up here for round 4 racing action. I think he had traction control on that time. See, he was spinning, but then the traction control kicked in, then he stopped spinning. And he was wanting to spin all the way down. The traction control was working.
Well, look good. Once he got out there 60 foot,
Yeah.
tearing it up.
Oh, this we got Dawn Stein Lewis from down below. That must be she must be from Australia. Australia.
Yeah.
Yeah, Australia. Dawn Stein Lewis.
Good day.
Good day,
She's
Dawn.
probably throwing some Italian sausage on the barbie.
Yeah. Send it to the Wallabies. Just fine. All right, street trophy round 4 ready? All right, we're ready. Let's have our first pair. If you can get us a pair of racers, bring them up here. Let's get this show on the road before that dew starts settling in too much here this evening. And guess what? We didn't have any claimers for this Marcia Fields found money.
Yeah.
So Marcia, come up and claim your winnings. She is the winner tonight of the Lost Money Fund. Marcia, come on up.
Great name for drag racing and a campfire. And Oreos.
25.
Yep.
31.
Here we go in the street trophy. Lafayette Heating and Cooling street trophy. Score right now, 55 for the Fords, 81 for World. 81-55 the score. After 3 rounds of racing competition, we're moving into round 4 now. Hello, Keith Shaver.
Here we go back into the street trophy for Lockheed Heating and Cooling. Again, almost started off Gary Lockett Jr., 91 Mustang on a Kingsley right now, the 10-10 dial in the all automotive lane. Craig Shaver, 86 S10 from Millington,
Already had Byron.
the highest performance lane.
ER04 already had one.
Yes, so the 090.
John Burton had
And Gary Lockett going around 117. Shaver's going to take it to 122. So the world picks up 1. You know what they call the Shaver kids?
No.
Little Shavers.
Little Shaver.
Yeah. Scott Linsky, 99 S10 got 62 on an 851 at 81 miles per hour for the win in your Higas Performance Lane.
Bob Bush and Whitehall, 75 Malibu, 858.
Pretty good.
Jesse Peterson, 85 Mustang for Steve Peterson and Sons. Racing in memory of Papa Peterson, 853 for the Ford right side.
Pushing first into the lights, here comes Peterson. 42 lights to Bob Bush and Malibu. Peterson with a 158. Bob's got to buy about a 10th on the tree. Wind's going to go to Bob Bush at 862 on an 858 for the win. Right up into the lights of Jim Sorensen's 2002 Grand Am from Reed City with a dial of a 1090 year all automotive lane. Clyde Puffer out of Calama, 79 Mustang. He flattened the dial in the Higas Performance Lane. So we got another pair of Ford versus the world on the line.
Way green line. Oh, way green.
Hey, Jim Sorensen, 620. He had light, plenty to spare. Clyde Puffer, 126. Wind's gonna go. This is all. Lonnie's racing the Ford Mustang, running an 813 on an 8-flat dial with a 126 light. Takes the win. A street trophy at 73 miles per hour.
Lonnie Puffer, the first Ford to advance to round 5.
Brody McCula, 78 Cutlass from Crystal, 812 the dial in your all automotive lane. Linda Jacobs,
Pairs of round 4.
85 Snap-on Blazer for Larry's Grocery. And Macon Evers Race Team out of Brethren with the dial of a 947. Is that a Brethren versus Crystal? Is that like a big competition?
That may be.
Yeah.
I haven't heard about it myself.
I think it is.
Our nemesis was Custer.
The Crystal, I'm not sure what their mascot would be. The Crystal wine glasses or something like that.
Oh, Rob Luke Blazer.
Oh, wine glasses. Brody got Linda on the tree by a second and a 10th.
Yeah, she went to stab the gas, and I think the carburetor coughed a couple times
Yeah.
before it would pick off.
You know, she was a better driver than that, much better. She's got to have some mechanical problem on that car, the snap-on machine.
David Evans, left lane, Monte Carlo, Benzonia. Nugent's Ace Hardware, Fortress Security. They got Kyle Dronkers, Middleville, 91 Mustang. Heads up race here, the win going to the Chevy.
That Ford Rogers, a triple O red. It went 0, 0, 0, 8 red. 55 on 57. I was going for broke on that one. Just didn't work this time. Ellie Van Noller, 79 Ford Mustang from Scottville, Michigan with a dial of an 899. Your all automotive lane. Higas Performance, that'll bring it up. The back and black machine. Dialing an 878. Your heads up, 870, 899. Let's do this door to door. Do a whole lot. Better ball goes to the Higas lane, 071. The alley had a 321. 70 miles an hour for the win in your Higas Performance Lane. Barney Barber, 1967 Ford Falcon. Barney Barber of Do All Maintenance. Mountain, Michigan. Just Falcon around. Eldon, Michigan team, dialing at 896 in the Higas lane. Better ball going tower side, 077 to the 271 in the Higas lane. And there we go. You're all automotive lane at 949 on the 939 dial at 67 miles an hour for the win. Mark Tossi, 84 Firebird for Pizza Plus on Cadillac. 855. Your all automotive lane dial. Jimmy Thomas, a 1989 Chevy Camaro. Bear Lake, dialing up at 934. We got Fuel Racing and April Ready Photos. Better ball go to Tossi, right on the 3020. Thomason, 088. Door to door we go. Win gonna go to Mark Tossey, age 64, and an 855 for the win at 75 miles an hour.
Let's have bracket 2 racers, round 4. Scott Erickson, the by-run holder. Bring him up, bracket 2.
Tom Hansen, 74 Dart, out of Branch, Michigan, down up at 872. You're all automotive lane. Valerie McGuire, the 99 Jimmy from Free Soil, down to 1215. Valerie going red, 063, and Tom Hansen will take the win for the 222 on the tree. 872 to dial, and Tom runs at 874 ET at 80 miles per hour. It's like a buy run, huh?
Yep.
Ron Hagar, 84 Buick Regal out of Clark Lake. One of probably nearly 300 buy runs Ron's had over the year, 886. Ron Hagar puts down a Viper 006 reaction time, 886 the dial. What's Ron going to run at 884? Thanks for bringing it up. Up in the pit area as our next bracket comes back up into the staging lanes. Got a big crew coming up right now. Slow and safe in the pit area. Slow and safe in the pits.
David up.
David Evans.
You got a leash rule for people with dogs, like a 6 foot leash or anything like that?
I think there's common sense.
Oh.
Dogs.
So as it gets darker, just keep an eye on the kids again, so they're careful around all of our return roads, anything that's paved. And behind the race cars, guys, make sure before you back out, move your race cars. Please do an Air Force walk around and check for safety. So yeah, that's something you should do. Especially if you're a new racer. So yes, I'll give you a little tip here. But all of our racers should always do a car walk around before you fire it up, get in it, and try to move it anywhere. Most importantly, in the evening, do your Air Force safety check. You don't move a plane or a truck until you do a walk around and look under it.
Ready, right? All right, we're ready for the first pair, round 4 action here, bracket 2. Losers get this round.
50, I believe.
This is a money round for you?
Yeah.
Wow. Hey, are we already in a money round?
$50 for losers this round.
All right. I just also want to let those guys in the pit know that the new Bush Light deer hunting cans are out. So I had a friend that was so excited the other night.
Yeah.
But the waitress brought over a round of drinks to the table, and he was so excited to see the new Bush Light deer hunting cans.
Orange camel.
It looks running at 747 on the 740. Had the better light, the 047 to the 089. Will take the win at 90 miles an hour. Rob Gervin on a Bradford brings up the drag life pickup. 613 is the dial, your all automotive lane. Dale Martin, the 63 Ford Falcon from Bear Lake with the dial of a 583, 532 cubic motor. There in that Ford Falcon. Next wheel stand, hooking hard, Gervin 039. Martin with the 055. Door to door wins, gonna go on a double.
By 13 thousandths, right lane under by 14 thousandths, 1,000th margin of victory going to the Chevrolet.
Back into this, Brian. How many double breakouts are we going to see? You think we'll see a couple more? Pat Nye, 68, dart up now for Nye's Auto Service out of Harbor Beach in Bad Axe, Michigan with a dial of 648. Steve Kerback, 67 Camaro from Benzie for P&K Racing and SK Customs. Dials of 613.
Miss Loretta said that.
Hey Brian, there's a whole crate of sweet corn.
Vipers on the tree for Pat Nye. Before 019. Kerback 163. Wins gonna go. Nye got there first and broke out a 645 on a 648 dial. Hands the win over to the highest lane. They ran a 621 and had a 163 reaction time. And Pat Nye's 019. Ron Hager, 84 Regal out of Clark Lake with a dial of an 884. Going to run this one off against Randy Birkenmeyer, the Rambler 71 Vega Wagon out of Bertram, Michigan with a dial of a 594. Breakout. The win's going to go to Ron Hager, 883 with the one for the win at 76 miles an hour. So we've only had the one race go, the first race go without a breakout. Everybody's had one breakout and then 3 double breakouts in a row. Tom Bray, 90 Camaro from Beers, 707 the dial in your all automotive lane. Racing Jason Kula, 78 Malibu from Eagle, dial of 617 in the high performance lane.
Tough customers right here.
Man, you got it. Ray working that white. And Racing Jason taking his time getting in. And here we go. Racing Jason's got the pre-stage. Bumps that stage on. Brings in the light. Vipers on the tree for Tom Ray. Going to go to Tom Ray, 708 on the 707. The Cooler runs a 617, 107 miles an hour with a 080.
Jet on the dial with a 1, but had an 080 light for the loss. Stephen Brett, last Saturday night's Corey Gunther Memorial Bracket 2 winner, 89 S10 out of Brother. $1,000 win at the Corey Gunther Memorial. 646 the dial in for the Chevrolet. Taking on the Ford. I believe this is the last Ford remaining here in our Bracket 2 division. Steve Tennant, 89 Mustang from Muskegon. He's late.
Red home 40, Stephen Barrett takes it, running a 640 ADT, 102 the mile per hour with the 040 reaction time.
Ron Melnick from Ubley, 68 Firebird. Pontiac dials a 621. Take on Darren McChesney from Reese. The Bad Habit, 73 Plymouth Duster. Team High Precision Plymouth. 654 his dial in. They're doing some hard launching. Both these cars leave hard.
Ron Melnick going red, a big red 071, McChesney 016. Against the tree, running a 653 and a 654. Ron Melnick has dialed in right on the number of 621 on a 21 with the 071 red light. Pick him up. Brett Machining, Starbuck Machining. Takes on the all automotive lane. Across the street, the highest performance side, that's Brad Harris from Basic. Down to 623 in the Red Baron rear engine dragster. Dragster's got the better ball, 019, but Starbucks right there with the 057. Wind's going to go to Brad Harris in the Red Baron dragster, 625 on a 20. Martin Moore's 71 Nova for the Little River Casino Resort, Moore's Horsepower Garage. All automotive lane, Downing is 730 on Amanda Steve. Paired it up with Phil Anderson, 79 Phoenix from Maple City with the dial of a 662. Moore's got the better ball, 030. Anderson doubles at 060. Taking the win, Martin Moore 731 on a 730 dial. Right on the dials, Anderson 662. Came down to the reaction time, 030 to the 060. So right with 100,000th of a second difference between the win. Martin Moore and Phil Anderson.
Next up, Bob Vandewater, 71 Challenger from Cadillac. Home part now 669. Justin LaRock, 99 Camaro for Be Cool Radiators. Bay Cycle Power Sports Center, Bay City. Justin from Essexville, 613 dialing.
And drivers that go out this round, you are in the money. We'll pick up $50. Vanderwater's Mopar right in the tree. The rock ready to go. And the Be Cool machine. Driver stays at the same time. Here we go. Just on the rock going red. Oh, wait, 6. Vanderwater's going to take the win with a 183 reaction time. Running at 671 on a 669 dial.
Corby has a road run, I run over here.
Okay. And the Royal Crown Cola 69 Camaro.
Looks like
Road run for Corby as his opponent could not make it to the line.
Looks like Ron Emery got steered to the side back there. So Ron Emery unable to make the call. Dan Gorby gets a free pass. The correct number came here. We should have 25 cars remaining, and 25 showed up in the lanes. The 24th one.
Third line by Corby. And Corby runs a 640 and a 638 dial at 106 miles an hour on the broke run.
And this is your buy run.
So again, a broke run. When one car comes up like that, their opponent was lined up in the staging lanes. When both cars were called out, one of the two cars could not make it out of the staging lanes for the race. And on the buy run, Scott Erickson, 029 red, running a 576 on a 578 at 120 miles per hour.
So there'll be 13 racers remaining now in the $2,000 to win Blue Oval Battle 5. The best lane reaction time of the round was Tom Bray with an 014, but he's already had a buy run. So the next best was Darren McChesney. Darren McChesney is your new buy run holder with the Bad Habit Mopar.
We got Higas coming up now. No.
All right, we got a couple of door slammer qualifiers here. I believe the first two that were unable to make the run there, the Higas brothers.
You said you went up after them?
Yeah, I think it's another one broke. Brewster Stony Island Pro Trophy buy run is he would have been on about a 460 run there had he not lifted there. He knows why he lifted. That looked like a really good pass. So he takes over the number 2 qualifying position. I'll get him a lane choice, at least to the final. But we do have one more qualifying session tomorrow before we get into that racing action at Door Slammer.
Pro Trophy drivers are bringing them up. Brewster's Coney Island Pro Trophy. Concession stands are still open, serving up food. Quality tacos, burgers, brats, dogs, popcorn, ice cream, and much more. And your blue oval battle of the
Ready, right?
Yeah.
Blue oval battle. 5 shirts and sweatshirts. Here we go back into the Pro Trophy action. Scott Golinski, 99 S10 truck on Bear Lake, Michigan for Gunfield Racing. April Ray Photos, 1885.
That's Gary Wood for Manistee, 83 Spirit. Dallas in with a 681.
It's our first pair back up into Pro Trophy. Chevy pickup at the AMC. Vanderbilt going to the highest. 61 dial, 092 reaction time, and Vanderbilt Iowa to 10th off the line at 92 miles per hour.
Gary Wood still in bracket 2 also.
David Evans, 72 Monte Carlo from Pennsylvania, tallying up an 857. You're all automotive lane. Reporter Security and Nugent Ace Hardware. Brian Velasic, 640. Is the bull power up down your highest performance lane. It's Pro Trophy action. Evans on the 045. Brian Velasic, 077. So Velasic charging that bull bar down in the Chevrolet. And it's going to go to David Evans, 858 out of 857. Holds on the bull bar. Velasic ran a 646 out of 640 dial. Ronnie J. Melnick from Upley, the 94 Polaris, the dial of a 690 up now. You're all automotive lane.
I just said check
Jim
the report.
Bacon, 79 C28 from Luther, will dial a 615.
That's what I was told.
555 cubic inch big block Chevrolet for Diode Sawmill, BNC, Bison Farm, and the Tonka Tavern.
Yep.
Jim Bacon going red, but it's going to go to Melnick. 94 Polaris, reaction time. The Polaris runs a 699 on a 690.
Jimmy Evans, 71 Skylark from Benzonia left lane, 869 dial in. Take on David Osborne, 67 Camaro from Bear Lake, 712 dial in.
Pro Trophy action on the line. Evans on the line. 71. To the tower side, 131 light.
Ron Bro, Belmont Chevy pickup here, left side. Bow tie dials at 853 in the all automotive light. They got Ron Mallison, Code Blue Mustang for Papa. Yeah,
Look at the size of the cab on that truck. It looks like you could be about 8 foot tall and drive that truck.
Well, they didn't need to bring a tent. They can't put it out in the tent.
Yes, that's amazing.
351 Cleveland for power, Code Blue. 728 dial in. Have a rare motor anymore. 351 Cleveland. You don't see it very often.
Blue Allison 108. Wind's gonna go to Code Blue 732. You can hear him pedaling it down there. 7 to 728.
Yep, he was doing some whopping.
Yeah.
Always fun when you cover your opponent at about 500 feet. Wait for the four.
Garrett Morris, the big dragster, East Jordan for All Out Performance Fuels, and his wife, dialing up a 524, sporting that green LED lights underneath the dragster chassis. Mary Tennis 79 Mustang from New Era. 759 is the dial for Tenant, your highest performance lane. So here we go, Ford versus the World Pair.
Yeah, three Fords in a row here.
Hey, this one's up for grabs. The dragster 119 Tennis Mustang 096. Ford doorslammer running a 764 on a 759 with a 093 reaction time. Dragster at a 119 line running a 520 ADT.
Couple of Fords still hanging in there.
She ain't over till she's over. Tom Hansen 74 Dart Sport from Branch, Michigan 870 through the dial. Across the street in the highest lane is Old Hyder Jr.
Well, I've been announcing these manufacturer battles long enough to know that no lead is safe after one night of racing.
66 Chevy Elgin for Max in the highest lane. Red off the line, no 46 red light. Eric Starbucks 74 Duster out of Grand Junction from Starbuck Machine. 636 is on the clock. Highest performance Don Oliver's 84 Monte Carlo from Brother down at 850. Your all automotive lane running 635. Again, it's Starbuck at a 636 for the win with a 029 reaction time. Andy Chester, the 78 Sunbird from Calva, puts up a 643. The highest lane, Gary Bowman from Tawas with a 685. So deer heads up. 78 Sunbird in the 77 Bolts Cutlass. Pro Trophy drivers. Gary Bowman's got the ball in the highest lane, 029 and Chester 179. There we go. Wind's going to go to Gary Bowman at 65, right on the dial at 96 miles
Both
an hour.
racers dead on their
Yeah.
numbers.
Jimmy Thomason from Bear Lake,
Bracket 1 racers, bracket 1 racers, 15 racers remaining, round 4, bring them up. Bracket 1, Pro Systems, bracket 1 to the
Oh,
lane.
look at Court.
Gene Huntington's Big 96 Roadmaster from Waltz.
Oh, man.
813 is the dial. You're all automotive lane for Fraser Reynolds. And John Sistons, 2017 Suzuki GSXR 750. Natalia Irons. We're going to go to the drag by 741 on the 730. Gas tower side got their first and broke out. 076 reaction time. You're all automotive lane and then 11 ET. Rory Vic 72 Chevy RS Nova from Riley Township. Sporting the Snowblock Chevrolet and down to 670. Toby Hamilton CX12 2000 Kawasaki. Up down 670. And another drag bike take the win. Down early running is 749. Ken Simpson Jr. out of Muskegon, 746 out of the clock. All automotive lane. Highest performance, hosted Steve Ketchman from Boyd City. The 2006 Silverado 3500. The dial is 752. For North Bay, High Racine and Prime Diesel and Automotive.
Oh, British. Bracket 1,
Pipers on the tree for Ken Simpson, 001. Catch one with a 133. Way out there, that's going to be Ken Simpson at 001. Shuts her down, got to the big end, 786. And lifted right away once you look to the right. Viper on the tree, 001 light. And here's your buy run. That's going to be Ron Hager out of Clark Lake.
With that 001 that just ran, Ken Simpson will have the new buyer on here, Pro Trophy. 1X40. But unfortunately for him, 16 racers remain.
Oh, he can back that up. Ron Hager, 029 reaction time. An 888 ET on the 883 on the buy run. Bracket 1 drivers are up next.
The winners that round in Pro Trophy go into the money round.
Go with the Blue Opal Ensemble.
How many left here? 15? All right, 15 drivers are left. Here, Pro Systems bracket 1. Is that clock running? It stopped for a second there. I just noticed it like stopped. Weird. It's going now. Looked at it, it was like stuck at 45 seconds for next step. There we go. Okay.
It might have been just your switch box. It might have been. I did just switch
Oh,
boxes,
okay.
too.
Well, I just get gun shy. Froze a while ago. Yeah, Dave and Rick all lost earlier.
Perfect. How many are we supposed to have?
15.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 13.
All right, here comes bracket 1.
I think we got them all.
And all 15 cars are in the lanes, ready to go. $50 here. $50 going to losers this round. Fourth round losers pick up $50 here in bracket 1. the blue oval, Rick LaRock 2000 Mustang from Beulah. 655 diameter.
Rock with the Viper 004 S Pilch goes red 009. Can you tell the drivers are really set for it right now? 009 red, 004 green. Woo. So the Mustang stays in here in the bracket 1 action. Let's bring up another pair of side-by-side dragsters. Bob Payton. Up down your all automotive lane.
What'd you say about some?
Fowlerville.
Fowlerville.
Payton's looking for a 482 in your all automotive lane.
Bobby
Mustang.
Hayden, Fowlerville, Michigan.
Fowlerville. Oh, that's at.
Big Harley town, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Steve Mikus, the 90s Spitzer dragster from Ashley. The time of 522.
Points leader.
Here's your points later. Steve Mikus in the highest performance lane.
He's won 3 races this season. 3 class wins. 3 big Happy Gilmore, Sandy Harley Davidson check.
Pointers on the tree for Mikus. Oh, yeah, with a 31. It's going to go. Now Mikus 524 on a 522. 3 1,000ths of a second.
Oh, look at closer.
10,000.
3 10,000ths margin victory going to Micah.
10,000ths.
I guess as they set up the 50 grander,
Wow.
he took air. Later taking a 3 10,000
How do
margin
you
victory.
even measure that? You know, that is remarkable. John Hamilton, 72 Monte Carlo from Harrison. Freedom Enterprises Monte Carlo down is 716. Jeff Ledford, the 2017 American Rear Dragster from Stanton for Pro Systems, 2,485. I'm still kind of giddy about that 10,000th of a second.
What a race, yeah.
Dragster and doorslammer on the line, bracket 1 action. 440 for the doorslammer, 014 for the dragster. Wins to the well, that's even 2,000ths of a second. Mike Stokes, 72, Challenger, Stokes Auto Repair, John Williams Race Car, Calvin, 536 to dial, you're all automotive lane, 605 cubic inch full bar, Jeff Bernard, 1990 Beretta, from San Whoa, man, that full bar. Bernard launched well before the light. Stokes taking the wheel. Ran right on the dial at 129 miles an hour.
He saw the opponent's red lights, so I got myself a 3 time.
Why not do it? Scott Hornline, 2006 American Dragster.
Street trophy.
484 is the dial. Grand Prix in Michigan. Launching a couple seconds ahead of time. They will be Aaron Combs, 92 S10.
Let's have Street Trophy, round 5. Street Trophy, round 5. David Evans, by-run holder. Say the back of the pack. 11 drivers remain. Street Trophy, round 5. Bring them up.
In the truck, 018, 016. Vipers on the tree, big in wins. It's going to be Aaron Combs running a 698 right on the dial with a 1.
Man, oh man, dead on the dial. And I'm telling you, Aaron's getting better and better. That Mars against the World semifinal was no fluke.
018 let in right on.
019 package, yeah.
Moving rounds on this tough bracket. Here's Bill Flatt, 86 Monte Carlo. On an Interlochen, Michigan, Dowling is 752. Your highest performance lane. Look at Bill. 011 reaction time. 752 the dial, and Bill runs right on the dial. 752 and a 752 with a 011 lane.
018 package. Now, if that had been Bill Follett against Aaron Cohn, Bill would have won by 1 foul because Aaron Cohn had an 019 package. I didn't even watch who the Byron was. Did you catch it there?
Yep. Rick Rock.
Rick LaRock had the best winning lay of the round. Rick LaRock is the new Byron holder with how many cars left? 8 racers remain. So we'll have a lane choice in his pair.
Hi.
Next round.
The printer's busted down there.
Yeah.
Can I get my ticket?
What's the car
Man, it
number?
was so freaking close.
310 foul.
What?
Yeah.
What
Yes.
was the?
What was his start?
You were dead on, I know, but he was.
310,000.
It was 310 foul.
I
that's all.
was dead on.
Yeah.
Man, it moved.
That was
It
it.
moved right on me, and I almost sprayed him. It moved right on me, and I'm like, man, I don't know.
Yeah, if you just rate him, you don't want to.
What was your car number?
8X93.
Okay, sorry.
You're Bob, right?
Yes.
Brian Lifford.
How you doing?
All right, that's a hell of
Good
a
race.
race.
Good
Hell
race.
of a race.
No shame in losing Steve Michaels.
I know.
Do you want to do that?
Well, we're pretty close right now. I want to keep going.
Yeah, like you said, if you just rated, you got that win. The edge on the tree, he was 00 and you were 030, but you were dead on and he was 3
I was
off.
30.
Yeah.
Man, I felt like I crashed.
What's Kurt racing?
I know. All right, street trophy up, getting ready to go.
Tires slipped again. I got a slow
Is this the right one?
Is it Jimmy Evans still for 5?
Yes, David Evans.
David Evans.
David Evans, Monte Carlo, the Byron holder. He's in the back, so he knows. He knows he's got the buy. 11 racers remain here in Street Trophy. We're ready to go. Send us a pair.
What did? Let me see what Mike is doing. Where's he at?
40.
If you want to go see him, he's
He's
probably got a
love
duplicate.
it.
See?
Huh?
He
Okay.
is.
Go see him. He's probably got the duplicate. Or
right.
at least you can look at his.
Appreciate it.
He'd be glad to show you, I'm sure.
Thanks, man.
Yep, no problem.
No, man. Oh, where do we do?
We got a check here, yeah. It'll be payout at the window at the back concession stand.
Here it is. Thank you.
Yep.
Oh, road. It does not vote.
Charlie Holman. As soon as I go to type in the number,
Go ahead. Go ahead, yeah. Street Trophy round 5 action here. 11 drivers remain for $500 to win. It'll be Jimmy Evans taking on Lonnie Puffer here in our first pair. Jimmy Evans left lane, the back in black. 71 Buick Skylark, Benzonia. 869 dial-in, taking on Lonnie Puffer. 79 Mustang, Ford. Calvo Auto Repair. Calvo Valves 8 flat. Bracket 2, how many left? Juniors next, right? Let's have juniors next round. Round 5, juniors, bring them up. Force Engineering Junior Eliminator, to the lanes now, please. Lonnie Puffer with a light here, my left. They got their first broken out. Left lane taking the win. Jimmy Evans heads to round 6. The world. Lonnie covered 1600s to the finish line. That's too much. Got him broken out to 7. Next up, Brody Mikula, 78 Cutlass. Crystal, Michigan, 813 dial-in. The Oldsmobile taking on the 86 Chevy C10 and Craig Shaver. Millington, 819 dial-in. Once again, juniors. Next round, bring them up. 4 races remain for juniors. Semifinals, junior class. It's Brody Mikula right on the dial and takes the win by 13 thousandths. Next up, Jim Evans. Fortress Security. Buick Century, 939 dial-in, Ken Hansen. Another racer from Crystal, an 851 dial-in. Advantage going to the Buick left lane, 55 to the 17. He's got to win by 500, 939, right on the dial-in. The Buick heads to the next round, be the quarterfinal round. Ron Hagar, 84 Buick Regal. Clark Lake, 883 dial-in. Is there any money at the quarters, or they got to get to the semis? Okay. 71 miles per hour, 100 margin of victory going to the Buick. Yeah, Buick's against the world. They're running good and strong out here tonight. Bob Bush at 75 Malibu from Whitehall. 858 dial-in for the Chevy. Taking on the Pontiac. Mark Tossi. 84 Firebird for Pizza Plus and Cadillac. Last call, juniors. Last call, juniors. We're missing one. 4 of them remain. 3 of them are here. Gonna be a win for Bob Bush at 076. Left lane taking at 857 on the 856, and here's your buy run for left lane. David Evans. New buy run holder is going to be Bob Bush. That's an 853 on the 856 dial-in. Here comes your semifinals. Let's have bracket 2 racers. Rob Disney. Bad Habit Mopar is your buy run. Bracket 2. Round 5 to the station. 13 racers remain. Tegan Cant from Lake Ann for the Hobby Shop Motorsports team. 792 dial-in. Tessa Levier, Goulet River, Ontario, Canada. 836 dial over the right side. $10 for losers this round. This is your semi-final. 093 for Tegan Cant. Double 03 for Tessa Levier. Levier takes the win with an 847. 300's margin of victory, taking it at 76 miles per hour. Tessa heads to the final with a double 03 reaction time that should get her lane choice. Once again, we are bracket 2, $2,000 to win race. Bracket 2. Absolute auto repair, bracket 2, bring them up. Lisa Levier will have lane choice in the final for $100 to win. John Root, good run there. 093 light run. 871 on the 870 dial in. At 73 miles per hour. He heads to his first final of the season, I believe.
You run out of months. 12 of 13. 13.
What? Second final of the season.
We do have every car up here. Right?
All right, we're ready to go. Bracket 2, round 5. $100 for losers this round here at bracket 2, round 5. Who's battle? Not freezing or anything like that.
Actually, I'll just keep it busy while we do
This would be hard for them to do. Just make sure you don't red light it.
Does that help if you keep it busy like that?
At least I'll know if it's frozen, but when it's time to start, you
Right.
know.
Yeah,
If
true.
I let it sit here, then I'm pretty sure sitting is what lets it freeze up. That's the only thing I'm doing different.
Yeah. Okay. He asked if we're ready. I told him, yep. Round 5, right?
Yes.
All right, here we go. Round 5. Louisville Battle 5. Sheridan, Michigan, for RC Cola again. 640 dial in. They got Steve Kerbach. PK Racing SK Customs, 67 Camaro. Benzie, 613 dial in. Loser of this pair picks up $100. Winner moves on one step closer to that $2,000 to win race tonight. Here we go. Anybody's race, slight advantage to the red car. Finish line. It's going to be a double breakout win going to Steve Kerbach. He's under by 1 thou. Left lane under by 14 thou. Next up, Ron Hagar, 84 Buick Regal. Clark Blake, 885 dial-in. I believe he's still in all 3 classes he joined up in. He's in Street Trophy, Pro Trophy, and here in bracket 2. I don't think he entered bracket 1 tonight. Bet she does tomorrow night. Don Heinzer, Manistee, 66 El Camino, Memory of the Critter, Dave Kreider, 741 dial-in for the right lane Chevrolet. Get the Buick lead first. Here we go. 11 red light start for Ron Hagar. Don Heinzer gets the win. Right lane 739 takes the win on a double breakout. He's 200. Left lane was 4 or 500. Robbie Gervin now left lane. Drag light. Your points leader here. Absolute Auto Repair bracket 2. $612 to dial in here for the door truck. Taking on the Red Baron drags for Brad Harris for V6. $623 dial in. Right on the dial in. 623 dead on. 009 to an 035. Good race, both racers. The 200 margin of victory going to the Red Baron. Here's Bob Vandewater, 71 Challenger from Cadillac, 669 Mopar Dial. They're in the all automotive lane. They got Gary Wood, NFC 83 AMC Spirit, 681 Dial in. Vandewater taking it 672 on the 669. Mopar takes it by 9 thousandths at the finish line. Here's Tom Bray, 90 Camaro from Mears. Chevrolet, left lane, the newer Camaro. That was a 707, taking on the 69 SS Camaro, the Undertaker. Erickson's 131 Auto Repair, Boyne Falls. Scott Erickson, the driver out of East Jordan. Bray gonna lead first here, a little over a second handicap. Dial perfect ET run, dead on zero. Tom Bray moves on to round 6. And here's Martin Moore, 71 Nova SS, the old school racing machine out of Manistee. For Little River Casino Resort, Morris Horsepower Garage, 730 dial in, taking on Stephen Brett. 89 S10, the winner out here at the Corey Gunther Memorial 2 weeks ago, 646 the dial in. This week's S10. C. Peterson. Anybody's race. 50 to a 60, slight advantage Nova. Both racers dead on their dials. It came down to reaction time, and it was the 050 getting the win over the 060. 15,000 margin of victory. Martin Moore moves on to the quarterfinals. And your buy run here for Darren McChesney. 7 racers remain. Has Tom Bray had a buy run?
Yes.
Has Brad Harris had a buy run?
No.
Brad Harris is your new buy run holder. The Red Baron Dragster has the buy run. Coming next round with 7 drivers remaining. He'll get a buy run to the semis. Will Brad Harris? Darren McChesney, a 006 light, runs a 649 at 104 miles per hour. Breaking out there left lane with a 006. He'll be back in our quarterfinals. We're going to take about a 3-minute break here, guys. I know I got a racer that's still in both classes here. A racer who just raced is also in Pro Trophy, so we're going to take a 3 to 5 minute break here and make the call for next round. Actually, if our junior final is ready, junior dragster, final round, you can bring them to the staging lanes now, please. Junior dragster, final round, bring them up. Get them out of the way. It's what time? Quarter to 11. Juniors, final round, bring them up. Yeah, they just ran probably 15 minutes ago.
From Peterson.
Good.
Peterson.
93, 36. We got our junior final making their way up the lanes. Tessa Levier taking on John Root. Tessa has lane choice.
Oh, Tesla?
Yeah, she had a double light.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah,
We're down to like less than.
Same day we started. Anybody, unless there's something going on, well,
Bragging that we're getting started, and we're gonna finish the same day that we raced.
And he just did it.
You're saying there's a chance.
It's always a chance.
Yeah, Wayne's up here saying this is a good possibility. This might be the first time we've gotten a race done the same day we started. Keep your fingers crossed. No major delays. Knock on some wood. Any more you can enter in there? Keep it busy.
You can do the doorslammers. You can check them anyway.
I work.
Time is it?
Quarter to 11.
Yeah, quarter of 11, sir.
The paper has been scanned.
Is it done?
Kept on scanning there. I'm calling. I called Wayne like 3 times. It didn't work.
All right, looks like we got our junior finals. Both cars in the lanes, getting ready to go. $100 for the winner, 20 for runner-up, unless they split it up otherwise.
We had a little issue with the hunter missing. Is that going to do that?
No.
Data on the computer. Right next to the electricity.
Is this Keith's auto confetti?
He was here for a couple of days. We should get here in Dallas.
Hey there. For Robbie? I'll check her downstairs at the buyback window.
I wondered.
Yeah.
I was looking for a sign, but it feels good in here.
Yeah, we've been meaning to make a sign.
It's supposed to be Heats or Heats. Well, I should have brought
Oh, you sure? Just because his name is Heath.
I brought two and they ate one. Does he have a auto insurance?
We forgot the dates on there.
Blackberry? I'll try to remember it
Next time.
down in the truck.
Don't tempt anybody because we'll shut her down for 15 minutes.
Then we go sleep.
Oh, nice. It needs cooking.
It is a little chewy, no wonder.
Might be good for you.
It's funny how many times you see cars pull over up in the slum area. That's per last story. You don't know any different.
All right, here's your Force Engineering Junior final round. Catching the pits, Brewster Stony Island Pro Trophy. Pro Trophy racers, bring them up. 16 racers remain. Simpson is your Byron holder with the Nova. You know Byron. Say the back-to-back, get a late choice in his pair. Pro Trophy, round number 5. Bring them up.
I think somebody's got a fan club.
Yeah, I think John Root's got quite a fan club here. As does Tessa over there. Got some kids following her too. John Root, Manton, Michigan. The Able Twin Junior Dragster. OH chassis, Rhino Power. 870 Island here in the All Automotive Lane. Running for $100 to win here against Tessa Olivier, Goulet River, Ontario, Canada. The Canadian. Goulet River Truck and Tractor, Truck Pro, 14-year-old, 845. Here we go.
Looking run here. Tessa's got the 027, John Root 121. Tessa has him by a 10th on the tree. Wynn's going to go on the breakout. John Root's going to take it running 870 right on the dial.
Look at all these kids excited.
That was like watching the Disney Channel.
Man, oh man. That's what happens when you run a junior final before 11 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
The kids are all still awake. Wow,
We've never seen that before.
Kids are usually all sleeping by the time we run the junior final round.
Well, what they're excited about, they didn't even realize there was such a thing as a final.
Really? They don't do
They
just
do
3
a
rounds?
final?
Time to go to bed? All right, pro trophy racers coming on up.
Funnest thing I've seen all day.
It all came on live video too. Everybody's watching. All right, 16 drivers remain here in our biggest class here tonight. Pro trophy. Funny, our biggest class, they're the lowest payout. Oh no, juniors at $100 already.
Where they from in Ontario?
It's by Sault Ste. Marie, Goulet River. It's a little north of it, I believe.
There's a car here too from there, isn't there?
Street trophy. I'm sorry. Oh, we are doing street trophy.
Well, this is
What
pro,
did you call
this is
it?
pro trophy.
There's one from
Oh, okay, we're way down there. Alright, I got confused. Check the camera.
Yeah, you're thinking after juniors we're going street trophy, but no, we just put them in there to give Gary Wood a little bit of cool time here. Just ran bracket twos. All right, here we go. Pro trophy, round 5. $20 for losers this round. $20 going to driver's ball here in round 5.
There's probably 50 kids right over the tower. You know, in all those areas, they get together and then they run back, and they get together and they run back.
Turn up the riders here.
They're having a blast.
RJ Melnick, left lane Polaris out of Ubley, 692 dial in. 94 Polaris snowmobile. I don't think we've ever had a snowmobile win pro trophy before. I don't know if we've had a motorcycle win before either. One of these is going to take one step closer to it though. $400 win. Louisville Battle 5. Brewster's going on in the pro trophy class. Toby Hamilton, ZX12 2000 Kawasaki, Kopish, 670 dial in. It's going to be a win for Melnick. RJ Melnick picks up a 690 win there, 692 with a 184. He heads one step closer to that final round 400.
I watched what
$20
happened.
going to.
Dad took Junior and he put him over his shoulder and shook him for about 20 minutes. He said, that's all I have to do and he'll be ready to go.
Next up, David Evans, 72 Monte Carlo from Benzonia, Fortress Security, Nugent States Hardware, taking on the Ford 65 Comet, David Remus. 739. It's going to be the Chevrolet left lane. David Evans moving on to the quarterfinals. Here's Aaron Starbuck. Left lane, Grand Junction, Michigan, 74 Duster Twister. Now it's into the 635 here in the all automotive lane, taking on Gary Wood, AMC Spirit, 681 dial for the race route of Manistee. Red light start on the AMC. Starbuck, right on the 635 dial with a 3, 058 light. Ron Hagar, before Buick Regal, Clark Lake, left lane, deep station machine, 882 dial in. Taking on Don Heinzer. Don Heinzer Jr., Manistee, 66 El Camino, racing in memory of Dave Kreider. A 739 dial in for Heinzer. Red light start, Don Heinzer. He hands the win to Ron Hagar.
Paul said, Ron said to me, he's got one more year.
Going red, left lane taking 882. Zero right on that dial. David Osborne, Saddle Up Gas and Grocery, 67 Camaro. The Wild Child 2 out of Bear Lake, 712 dial in. Ron Mallison, Code Blue. For Papa. Sponsored by Shirtworks. Absolute Auto Repair and Tires. Mustang out of Manistee, 84. Represent the Fords. It might be the last thing remaining here for a year. Road Trophy, thank you. 728, just dial it. Close match up here. It's going to be the Code Blue Mustang leaving first. Takes the win by 15 thousandths of a second and a win for the world. $20 going to Ron Allison. Here's Gary Bowman, 77 Cutlass 442 from Tawas. 684 dial on left side. Attention in the pits, Pro Systems, bracket 1, round 5. Rick LaRock, the buy run holder with 8 racers remaining. Pro Systems, bracket 1, bring them up. Gary Bowman left lane, better got their first walk out. Gary Bowman, the winner, 686 on the 684. Here's Dan Snyder, 64 Impala, Verlop Heating and Cooling, Dietrich Law Group. They're just a little bit sideways, Chevrolet. 697 dialing. Oh, we still have one more Ford here. I wasn't looking out close enough. Larry Tennant, 79 Mustang, New Era, 759 dial-in. The Blue Oval's last hope here at Pro Trophy. And that looks like that happened for the Blues. All time of the big advantage. Double 3 for 1. Left lane taken in the Chevrolet, 7 flat on the 697. Dan Snyder heads to the quarterfinals. $20 going to Larry Tennant. Here's Ken Simpson Jr. The Nova. Muskega, 760 dial-in. Chevrolet taking on John Sisson. 2017 Suzuki GSXR from Irons for Nataka. Bar and party store gas station. Nataka. 739 dial-in. Suzuki. We've got a dead heat off the line. 060 to 058. Who's got it dialed in? It's gonna be, come on computer, tell me who. Left lane, the Chevrolet gets the win as the right lane got their first, broke out by 12 thousandths of a second. The Chevrolet takes the win, holds on to his buy run. So we have bracket 1 racers. 8 drivers remain. Quarterfinals is $100. Bracket 1, round 5, up here in the lanes. Drivers that go out this round pick up $100.
Well, you know what, if you could at least leave, without you turning the boards, if you could leave the fan on, or somewhere you could just do that, that might be all right.
You're in Cones, Clemens? Sub?
Yeah. Probably would bring me 48 hours.
Well, we're gonna leave it off. It's gotta be out. It's gotta be out. I wouldn't leave it out all week.
Yeah.
Just tomorrow.
Right.
Just go to 5 because
That's the 1 entry here, bracket 1.
going here about 3 o'clock.
I think it's Steve Michaels over the weekend.
It'd be just like that, we'll just like,
Yeah.
should I leave it on?
Last call, Steve Michaels.
A little bit, yeah.
I leave these lights on this way here, along this new driveway all the way to the ticket. I leave that on every night. There's some people in here. get those big ones.
You know what, I will see if it's not raining, I'll bring them like that, leave it on.
All right, here we go. Round 5. Round number 5. Louisville battle.
Same problem with PA systems. I mean, it
Bracket 1. Once again, we still need Steve Micas to the lanes. Last call. If you hear us out there, Steve Micas, we need you to the lanes now, please.
And, of course, actually, we done the radio play. The one time we just got in bad. Everything's working, but something go on, so it's a little bit.
I would get some of your speakers, I don't want to see it, the seal,
Yeah.
down, get it,
All right, here comes your first pair. It's going to be Bill Fluette taking on Matty McCormick.
Where's all your PA? I can get 4 of them. 45.
This is your quarterfinal round, round 5 action. Bill Fluette interlocking. 86 Monte Carlo SS for Grand Traverse Family Chiropractic. Small block 350 for power, 751 the dial-in. We're froze, aren't we? Oh, there it goes. Never mind. It was literally froze for a second there.
It looked weird,
Yeah.
I saw that too.
Taking on Matty McCormick. The dragster with a 478 dial-in. Here we go. Red light, start double, 0-2 red. Hands away to the dragster. Matty McCormick takes the lead. 475 under 478 at 144 miles per hour. Left lane double, 0-2 red. Hands away to the dragster. Broke out by 8 foul left side. Here comes Steve Mike. Made his call. Here's Mike Stokes, left side. 72 Challenger. Stokes Auto Repair, John Williams Race Cars, a 536 dial in. Will be let's have Street Trophy round 6. 6 drivers remain. Bob Bush and the by-run holder. Street Trophy round 6. Bring them up. Once again, Street Trophy. Bring them up. Stokes left lane. 536 for the Challenger. Jeff Ledford, Stanford, Michigan dragster with a 485. Yeah, heat off line, both racers 020. Who's got it dialed in? It's going to be the right lane, 485, right on the dial as the left lane got there first, broke out by 19 thou. Yeah, whatever adjustment they made, he came back that time.
Back that way instead of the center line.
Boy, that Challenger, he's been going out towards the center line all night long. That time they made some sort of adjustment, I believe, and he came back towards the left. Whatever adjustment they made, they got to find out exactly halfway in between. They'll have it all set. All right, next up, Classic Instruments sponsored dragster, 515 dial in here, all automotive side. Taking on Aaron Cohn, 92S10 from Brethren. AC Bones, a 698 dial in. Once again, Street Trophy racers, round 6, bring them up. Street Trophy to the lanes now, please. Separating them here. Finish line is going to be dragster right on the dial, 515, 9 at 130. 16 thousandths margin of victory going to Mike Zednicek. He heads to the semifinals.
Weren't they like husband and wife both driving that? Wasn't she?
Yeah, good night for the dragsters here, man. Mike Zednick taking away. Here's your points leader with the dragster, Steve Mikas. 90 Spitzer dragster, Ashley, a 523 dial-in. And Rick LaRock, the Gino Sports Bar. 2000 Mustang from Beulah, 656 dial-in. It's 3X39. Who's 3X39 here? The Ford has a light 007. It's gonna be Rick the Rock. LaRock takes the win right on the dial-in. 656 with a 5. Takes the win by 100th. Both racers dead on their dials. It came down to reaction time. The Ford had a 007 to the 021. Rick LaRock moving on. Holds on to his buy run.
Wow.
And a win for the Fords.
Wow.
Guess what? With that win, the Fords just got to 60 points. World 90. 90 to 60. The world's been...
We got a long day tomorrow.
Yeah, the Fords can actually, if they just turn the tables tomorrow, it'll just be a tie score at the end, and we might have a tiebreaker like we had the bow tie challenge.
Yep.
All right, looks like we have all 6 of our bracket street trophy up here.
Guys, concession stands are still open. Dogs and
last
walking
call.
tacos and all that stuff. Check them out at the concession stands. Also the t-shirts and
Last call
hoodies.
for concession stands.
You guys run around, kids run around there with t-shirts on. Here, not freezing.
All right, we're ready to go. Street trophy.
Oh, I'm just trying to tell Kurt.
Yeah, last call. Concession stands are both closing up here very shortly.
those
Last
down,
call for concession stands. So get out
Can
there.
you send them to Lori?
Last call for the concession stands, guys. If you want
Got
anything
them on my
about
clipboard over
Can you
there.
put them on the
rest of the
clipboard for me?
night, last call for the concession stands.
You know, we got
We
the,
got about 15 minutes.
that me? When I just,
Those are the
Let me highly
ones, those are
recommend you get
bracket
hot
ones
dog
that just
microwave
lost.
it for about 30 seconds. And then it's just absolutely...
The
it's
other
like a
ones are all
Gibby's.
down there.
well, the other ones are down there.
Okay, down, oh, down there?
Yeah, in the
Okay.
concession.
Okay.
Yeah, razors. Payouts are all at the buyback payout window. The concession stand, east side.
Yeah, we're gonna burn box, huh?
Two racers, bracket 2, round 6. 7 drivers remain. The Red Baron has the buy run. Bracket 2 racers, round 6 to the station lanes now, please.
Street trophy?
Yep, street trophy. Here we go, round 6 action. David Evans, the Monte Carlo out of Benzonia. He dials at 851. Taking on Ron Hagar, Buick Regal, Clark Lake, 882 dial. Here we go.
Ron Hanger, 037 reaction time. We're going to take her down door to door. Both drivers right there, 047, 037. Win's going to go to Ron Hanger. Takes an 887 on an 882. The tower side got there first and broke out, running an 850 with an
Oh, man.
850.
Foul breakout left side.
Well, you guys are making this exciting tonight. 10,000, 3,000, 10,000s.
Jimmy had some, or David had some room down there, covered by 500, so could have got it if he had just scrubbed the brake a little more. This is Jimmy Evans left lane, the back in black.
Brody
Good
Dixon.
seller, yeah.
Good pair, really good pair.
867.
Flip a coin, 867. Brody, 812. Brody started a little slow, but boy, he's finishing. We're having a good night here as we go on. Buick Tower side, 063 for Evans, 123 for Brody McCullough. And winner's gonna go to Brody. Takes that one. Race and Jason says, "Yabbala."
Yeah, my boy.
813 on an 812 with a 123 light. 866 with a 9. Broke out by 1.
Man, oh man, David Evans broke up by 2,000. Jimmy Evans just broke up by 1,000.
Yeah.
Man, some heartbreaking losses for the Evans brothers.
Bob Bush and 75
Here's their dad.
Malibu out of Whitehall.
Right lane, Jim Evans. Just watched both of his sons break out. See if he can get himself a win here. Buick Century. Right lane out of Benzonia with a 937 dial in. Tough customer here to take out though.
I think Bob Bush has been kind of running in that Higas lane most of the night, though. Some of these guys are getting switched around here a little bit. Ocean
Evans
Tower
will
side
take that.
164. Gonna run it right up the big end. A 941 on the 37. So Evans takes that one. 020 reaction time had the tree. 941 and the 937. Ocean ran right on the dial. Look at that,
Has Jim Evans said
856
bye?
with a 1. Came down to the reaction time.
And check this out, guys. With an 020 reaction time, Jim Evans has not had a bye run. The Buick Century will have the bye run to the final.
Wow.
He says,
There's
my
4
team
left.
needed that one. We worked hard for that.
This is street trophy. Yep, right.
Bracket 2 up here now.
Yeah, last call, bracket 2. We're missing maybe one.
We need
Right there in the back.
Oh yeah, we have more.
Oh, nope, that's the buy run that's coming up last. So we got all 7. We're ready to go. Bracket 2. Bracket 2, round 6.
There's a hardcore drag race fan. Look at right there. Hot dog ran. Session's going to close. Hot dog.
All right.
Sitting there.
Pro trophies. 77 I had, yeah. That's a sled. David Evans.
I'm going to eat something because we got another hardcore drag race.
David Evans just right. Once again, 150 going to losers this round. Darren McChesney, the Bad Habit Mopar to Reese. For Team Hype Precision Plymouth, 650 dial in. Take on Steve Kerbach, 67 Camaro Auto Benzie. From PK Racing, SK Customs, 612 the dial in. $150 for loser of this pair. The winner goes on one step closer to that blue oval battle, $2,000 to win race.
Like a little bigger burnout for both of the drivers here as we get later in the night. Side. And the Chelsea's got the better 3, but right there's Burbank. 609 on a 612. Kerbach got there first and broke out.
Kerbach will get 150. Left lane goes to the semifinals, the Mopar.
Chesney 032 reaction time running 651 to the 103 the mile per hour for the win. Brings up Tom Bray, 1990 Camaro Premiers with a 707 down in your all automotive lane. Don Heinzer, 1966 Chevy El Camino. Grand Rapids, Michigan, 738 the dial. It is up in the highest lane, so all automotive 707, highest lane 738. Going to go to Tom Brady, 708.
6,000 margin victory.
That was tough.
Guys, quit making it so close.
6,000 to the finish line on that one. That was anybody's race. Came right down to 6,000 at the end.
Bob Vanderwater, 71 Challenger. On a Cadillac, Michigan, the Tower Side Boulevard, I think it's 669. Mark Moore, 71 Nova for the Little River Casino and Moore's Horsepower Garage on a Manistee. Valley is 730, 669, and 730 on the line. Vanderwater, and the win's going to go to Mark Moore. 731 on the 730 dial with the 122 lights going to take the win in your highest performance lane at 91 miles per hour.
Mike said there's no time stuff on this.
Byron?
Yes. Yes, let's start that one. So I'll need another one.
Brad Harris up with the buy run. The red rear engine dragster on a base suit. Harris Dowling is 618. quick on that pass.
Is that Brewster's?
11 miles per hour.
Brewster's Coney Island Pro Trophy, bring them up. 8 drivers remain. Simpson, Sawyer, Byron, Older. Pro Trophy, bring them up. Quarterfinals, Pro Trophy.
Oh, that's good. Man. 070 reaction time, 680, 99 miles an hour.
So we got our Pro Trophy racers making their way up here for round 6. Pro Trophy, last call, round 6, bring them up.
That had Shades of the Shadow Maker written all over it. That was fun.
Now I know how much I want to take out of the box.
Look at that card. That's like an old fair ride. That's cute.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Looks cool. Things got wheels that drive around.
Carnival ride.
Yeah.
Guy's still slow and safe in the pit area, slow and safe in the pits, where she's still racing.
Yes. Okay, so Darren already had one. Tom already had one. Aren't they more? We're gonna. Yeah, I know.
What's that?
About a house in the east.
Oh, did you?
No, well, everybody had it for sale.
Thank you.
I was even thinking about moving the Cadillac. I like it around here.
Yeah.
I may do something crazy like that in the next 3 years.
Okay, I'm going to count. Thanks.
How many cars do you have here?
Yeah, I should say I didn't buy it, but VA loan.
Oh.
I got a big payments.
Got a good VA loan.
I wish I'd have been smart enough to think about using my VA loan 15 years ago or 30 years ago. I just wasn't smart enough to look into it. I didn't realize how it all worked out, and then I finally used it. Now they got all these companies that bring your VA loan for you.
Oh.
Veterans just give the information and they do the loan package. Now it's so damn simple compared to going to a bank. Jesus, it drove me nuts. I thought I signed that piece of paper. Can you come back in and bring up your electric bill from 8 months ago? Are you shitting me?
Huh.
Drove me crazy.
7 of 8.
Oh, there's something from over here too?
Yeah.
So we start up at noon. I just talk about that for a minute. Start at noon tomorrow.
Yeah.
So again, racers, don't forget we will start up at noon for our one tested tune time run. At noon, 12 o'clock noon, we will be here and firing things up. As we've already had and still have drivers coming in. So you can give them a heads up in case they don't hear, or people coming in even after we're done tonight. As everybody will get one test to tune time run. And that will start at noon, and as soon as you're done with that, we will start racing. Normally this is just about where we're at 2 in the morning, so this is really nice.
$40 for losers this round, Pro
Hey.
Trophy.
Cash!
You ever heard of that trophy class that actually pays money?
I know. And still doing it.
$400 for this class.
The trophy was made to be a trophy class.
Yep.
And everybody gets so excited to get those trophies years back, and now this is nice, but it is nice because you know what?
helps these trophy guys put a little bit of money together.
Oh, they
and
got money in
look
these
at
cars
next
just like
class.
any other class.
You bet.
RJ Melnick, 94 Polaris, Hubley, Michigan. 689 dial-in, taking on David Osborne, Bear Lake. 67 Camaro for Saddle Up. A 712 dial-in over there.
Osborne with a 086. RJ Melnick with a 216. Win's going to go to Osborne, running a 716 on a setup of 12.
Good night here for RJ Melnick. $40 for a 6-round lot.
Melnick had a 699 on a 689.
Dan Snyder.
16 light.
64 Impala for Lofty Heating and Cooling. Dietrich Law Group. Harrison, Michigan. Just a little bit of sideways machine dial. 697. Oh, we got a pair of Pro Trophy former champs here. Gary Bowman, right lane. 77 Olds Cutlass 442 out of Tawas. 684 dial-in.
Snyder and Bowman on the line. Snyder first into the tree. Bowman lights him up. Here we go. Let's take him down. Door to breakups. Here we go to Gary Bowman. 682 on a 684 with the 045 reaction time. Tower side 069, 694 ET at 99 miles per hour.
Bowman takes the win there for Best Yachts Trucking. Coming up now, David Evans, Benzonia, 72 Monte Carlo for Fortress Security, Nudist Ace Hardware. Dials in with an 850. Grand Junction, Michigan finds the Plymouth Duster 74 Twister. Aaron Starbuck, 635 his dial-in.
Marty's got the better bomb and the highest lead over line. Evans trying to hold on with 092. It's good to go. Starbuck, 635 right on the dial. And Tower Side runs an 851 on an 850.
Let's have Pro Systems Bracket 1. Semifinals, bring them up. Pro Systems Bracket 1 to the lanes.
So Starbuck takes the win in the highest performance lane with the 052 reaction time of 635. Ken Simpson Jr. out of Muskegon up down in your all automotive lane with the dial of a 763. Still paired up with Super Tough Rock Anchor 84 Gary Green out of Clark Lake. Down to getting 82. Both drivers right there on the tree. We'll take this one again to the top end, door to door. Win's going to go 2 on a double breakout. Ron Hager running an 880 with a 6 on an 882, a 748 on a 763 for Simpson.
I said Simpson was doing some sandbagging there. Covered him by a 10th down there. Broke out by a little more than a 10th.
Sorry, who's got the buy? Gary Bowman.
Gary Bowman had the best light of the round there. He's your new buy run holder.
Now we're trying to figure out that pit vehicle over there. That has got to be off a carnival ride. Look at that.
Oh, that's from a tilt
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like a tilt-a-whirl. Okay, that is too cool.
Yeah, we couldn't put it in the
look at
junior class though because it
look
doesn't
at-
have a full cage. Now if they had the full tilt-a-whirl on out
That
here,
would be awesome in the junior class.
put a rear view mirror on it, you'd have to.
Look at
Be
these
on
the
drag
lights
racing.
going on and everything. Look at Mom, no hands.
There, we'll get this on a live video.
Yeah, we got to get you on Facebook Live here. You guys got to see this.
Okay, go ahead and twist it again, guys. We're on Facebook
Yeah, now you're
Live.
broadcast all over the world.
Facebook Live. Go ahead and do it again. All
There
right.
you go, the tilt-a-whirl. Look at that, the tilt-a-whirl cart. Pit vehicle. Oh my God.
No, we don't have fun here in Northern Michigan.
No. That just might get 1 million hits right there. Watch him get sick. Now that would get 1 million hits.
Projectile vomit going up the sides of it. Hey, this is the funnest ride ever.
Oh, that is too cool.
Look at all the likes coming across our computer screen here.
Yeah. Oh, you got a lot of likes and some love.
Yep. A lot of love and likes. 2 tough customers there. Tom home accent.
Oh man. See what you do though. Have you been back to their pit area, Brian? He's got a little guy with an arm. He says you must be this tall in order to drive in my drag car. Yeah. You've got the release safety bar. Oh, lordy, lordy.
Especially if you can't
Learning how to go in.
Semifinals here. $250 for losers this round. Bracket 1.
Well, I
Pro
see your-
Systems Bracket 1 semifinals coming up.
Our track crew getting a little chilly. They're going to hoods and gloves. Oh man, that is too cool.
Yeah, we don't do trucks up here anymore. We send them down there, down the hole.
See, it's been so long, I didn't even know.
There
Oh
we
yeah, I
go.
remember seeing your check.
I'll trade them all for a trophy.
I see you.
Deal. We'll find a trophy for you. You got like $150 or something, man.
Well, we want to again welcome everybody and glad you all came up here on
Who else is in?
some Thursday night, Thursday afternoon,
Oh,
and
sorry.
Friday morning for our Blue Oval Battle 5. And I think we're going to have a big turnout tomorrow morning. Again, drivers will be coming in the morning, so just a heads up for those using the area. We got lots of space. So if you got guys, you're calling them up. If you can, tell them where you got your pit space, which driveway and entrances come in. It'll save them some headache. And let them know, now on the new side here, of course, the entrance has been moved down closer to the main road, which is even better.
Yeah, we had kind of a traffic jam as the station lanes were full and people
I
were
like
coming
that.
in Mopars.
Yep.
We're at the backside of the station lanes.
Next thing you know, they're all of a sudden running in bracket 2.
Need Mike Zednick to the lanes, last call. Mike Zednick, last call. Mike Zednick, check.
I didn't hear the call. Yeah. Try a radio.
I thought you were supposed to be the nice one.
What's the last big race you guys
I
got
am
coming? Is that the
freezing.
Mulligan?
Did you say
Yeah, Mulligan race.
How does that work anyways, the Mulligan? Some of you guys probably haven't heard about this one. The Mulligan race, how does that work?
Well, basically, you know how, and the terms from golf.
Right.
Basically, if you go out there and you know you're doing a 9-hole golf game, you go through, and all of a sudden, like the 7th, you know, you have a good score going. Everybody kind of like drinking buddies, whatever. Is like we all get one mulligan. That one didn't count. I sliced that one real bad. Well, that's what the drag race. And you use a mulligan. It's, you know, you have your buybacks first or second rounds. Well, in the mulligan race, you have a mulligan where you can buy back, use your buyback any round up through, including the finals. So like if you go out and win 3, 4,
Heck
5
yeah.
rounds in a row, and suddenly you lose out in round 6, but you haven't lost yet, you got a mulligan. So
You know,
that's really cool.
I seem to remember Slammer talking about that back in, I believe, about 20 years ago. And that is neat.
Yeah, it's
So-
possible. We actually one time could have ran a final 3 times. We didn't actually do it because the driver said, "What's the point? We both have our mulligans. Let's just run it once, be done with it."
Yeah.
I think it was Scott Green and Dave McChesney, if I remember right. They didn't run it 3 times. They just went out for this. Let's get it done in one. Last call, Mike Zednicek. They're out there. Do you know where Mike Zednick is? Zednicek dragster is?
Oh, really?
Oh yeah. Reminder: we did have a
You ran 13
13 round
rounds.
mulligan race one time. It wasn't the actual mulligan
Oh my
race. We
God.
rained out that year, and we did a combined season finale. Just a throw together race. I think it was a $500 win race. We had a ton of entries. We combined the box and no box class, and of course the no box car won it.
That's cool.
Stephen Bradley.
Like just fired up because we
Here there is fire coming back in the Zednicek area, so they're on their way.
When golfers invented,
Mike's on his
For
way.
they drove to the course in an old Model T. Well, the guy who drove the car, his name was Mulligan. Well, everything was so shaky in the car. He
3
took the
racers
first
left.
tee,
Jim Evans by Run
and
Street
he was
Trophy.
so shaky, they'd let him have an extra shot.
Street Trophy racers, semifinals.
And
Get you
his
to the
name
back
was
of the stage
Mulligan.
lanes now, please.
That's
Street
how it
Trophy,
started.
bring them up.
You're not pulling my leg. Really?
Yeah, I'm a golf pro.
Wow.
That's where Mulligan came from.
Well, that is interesting.
Did I have it accurate? Mulligan?
No, this is interesting.
The whole story about how the Mulligan for golf.
Yeah, that's what I just said. Yeah, you can use you take a stroke off or whatever.
I know. But he went back even further how it started in golf.
In Scotland.
Oh, really? Even where it started? Okay.
Back in the Model T days,
Uh huh.
a guy named Mulligan drove his group to the the golf course.
Uh-huh.
Well, his hands were so shaky, they let him have an extra shot on the first hole.
I see.
Hence,
Well, you know what? Yeah, we're just hearing the story of how mulligans actually started in golf. So actually, Brian,
Are we good there?
mulligans started because of cars. So what we're really doing is
That's true.
it didn't even start with golf. It started because of
$250 for loser here this round.
shaky Model T cars.
You gonna explain that?
Back to drag racing. Drag racing way more exciting. I don't know how people can stand to watch golf on TV.
I can't
mean, it'd be
do it.
fun to go out and play.
I can't do it. I can only watch tennis, and that's got to be.
But you know, the ratings for golf are just fantastic. People
I know.
watch it like crazy. And there's probably a lot of people out here
Well,
that
I do it too. If I can't sleep, I watch golf.
Oh yeah, there you go. It's good.
All right, big money coming up right now, guys. Bracket 1 action. We're going to have some long and skinny side by side. You're hiding back in the pits. Place your bets. Call Little River. Hey, I think first pass from Andy today here in the all automotive lane, or second. I think most of the day she's been over there in the highest performance lane, but here we go.
Yep, she must have lost lane choice flip on this one because she'd have stayed in the same lane had she got it. Fountain, Michigan dragster here from McCormick Racing, McCormick Sawmills. Maddie McCormick, 476 her dial in.
Jeff Lefford in the 2017 American Rear Engine Dragster out of Stanton, dialing a 485. Hey, we got some heads up, side by side, long and skinny action here. Northern Michigan Dragway, 476, 485. We get back into the bracket 1 action for Pro Systems Racing Carburetors.
Yep, $250 for the loser of this pair. The winner goes on to the $2,000 final.
Before we get the stage here, goes the Lefford Company. Lefford 005, Manny McCormick 027, side by side. This win's gonna go. Manny McCormick takes the tower side of 476 right on the dial with the 027 light. Lefford runs a 488 on a 485 with a 005 reaction time.
And
Doesn't get it.
I thought Jeff had that
Oh,
one.
I did too.
I thought he had it there with a 005, but Maddie ran the number, even though she hasn't run this lane yet. Apparently that dragster dialed right in.
Well, still 027 light. You go, yeah, 27 not. For the night. So Jeff Lefford, you'll pick up $250 heading out that round.
Petoskey, a 514 dial in here for the Classic Instruments, Boyne City. Sponsored entry.
Rick LaRock out of Beulah, the 2000 Mustang. 655 the dial for the door slamming forward. Said to check out the rear engine cranks for precision gauges, 514. And the Ford hang on to this one for the Battle of the Blue Oval. Door slammer first one in, cranks right behind him, and here we go. 015, 025, out for grabs. Top of the hill wins gonna go. Zednik check, 514 right on the dial with a 2. A Viper 015 light, 655 on a 655 for LaRock with an 025.
Both racers dead on it. Came down to reaction time. 015 for the dragster, 025 for the Mustang. Win for the world on that one. Score 92 to 60. One night of racing. I believe that was our last Ford remaining, was Rick LaRock.
Hello. Yes, oh, you have it? Headed down normally right out the window downstairs. Oh, at the new concession. It's the concession. Oh, okay.
Last call street trophy. I believe we're just missing
Thank you very much.
Jim Evans. Last call of Jim Evans.
Thank you.
He's up here
Thank
for
you.
your.
Yes, you are correct.
And he's the buy run, so we can run the other two. Jim, I'm sure we'll get up here. We can go ahead and run our street trophy semi here. Our buy run is the only one we're waiting on. He'll get up here. Go ahead, guys. Bracket 2.
Bracket next.
Let's have bracket 2 semifinals. Bring them up. Bracket 2 semifinal round of the staging lane. Last call, Jim Evans. You're needed to the lanes. Here he comes. I see him now. See that white vinyl top coming back through there?
You know what I miss, Brian? I miss the old days when we would say, anybody want to do a gambler's race?
No, I don't miss those days.
That's been years. Of course, that was back when you only had 165 cars.
165? No, we had more like 45 cars. It's like you had to make up gambler's races to make the races still seem exciting.
But it was fun. There was a couple races. We had 2 or 3 gamblers races. And we went around do a $25 gamblers. How about a $50 gamblers?
Do they still do gamblers races at drag trips?
I don't know.
I've been heard of gamblers races in a long time. I guess they'd probably do it at other tracks where they don't get as many cars.
Yeah. There's just no time anymore with all the cars turning out here, but that's okay. That's good.
Here is your semi-final round street trophy. We got $20 for loser here. Yep. The winner goes on to the final round. $250 for runner-up, $500 to win.
Ron Hager, 84 Buick Regal on a Clark Lake 884 is the dial. Brody McCullough, 78 Cutlass from Crystal. 812 the dial up in your highest performance lane. 884 and 812 on the line. Ron Hager, Towerside Buick Regal will be launching first. Hager goes into the deep stage. 054 for Ron Hager. Brody's right there. 088. Door to door we go. Win's gonna go to Brody McCullough. Takes this one.
Dead on.
812 on a dial with a 5, Brian. Wow. Hager runs an 882, got there first and broke out. So that looks like that's going to set him to
Jason
a final.
on here, Facebook Live. Got a lot of fans out there watching on Facebook Live.
Lots
Jason
of
McCullough.
Thumbs up.
He's pumped.
Here's our buy at 937 the dial. 158 reaction time.
There was a lot riding on that race. Winner of that race is guaranteed at least $250. The loser got $20.
Oh, man.
So
That's
there was
huge.
a heck of a lot riding
That's
on that race.
huge. 935 the ET on that buy run with a 937 dial.
So it's going to be $500, the winner of the next race coming up, the street trophy between Brody McCullough and Jim Evans. Street trophy. I mean, the street trophy, we always used to just give out a trophy for the winner. Sometimes if you have 10 cars, you give a runner-up trophy for the runner-up.
Oh, what did you say the payout is in the street?
$500 to win, $250 runner-up.
250 for the
Oh,
I
yeah.
thought I heard you. Yeah, okay.
Dan Peterson Memorial Street Trophy class. This is a class that the Peterson family decided to throw some extra sponsorship money into.
What an awesome, wonderful family. That is
They,
just
they
awesome.
kicked in an extra $800 for the payouts here and Street Trophy alone this weekend. Because they said this was Papa's class. And we've got a couple of true Street Trophy cars in the final. You have a couple of hitters come in there from a different class.
Yep, that is awesome. With the Peterson family, what a blessing to have such a big drag race family.
It's okay to call the
I think so. Yeah, we should be fine.
This is Tour Trophy.
Nope, this is bracket 2 semifinal, 250.
Here we go. Pro Trophy semi.
because man, he is some good stripe racing driver right there. 17th out at the finish line. He was on the brakes hard and made sure he didn't break out.
So McChesney's going to meet one of these two drivers here shortly. Martin Moore, 71 Nova, for the Little River Casino Resort and Moore's Horsepower Garage out of Manistee. Downing is 730. Tom Bray, 1990 Camaro out of Mears. Just about the same difference from our last pair.
Pro Trophy semis, bring them up.
Here we go. Next round. Drivers on the tree. Tom Bray, 014. Moore's right there. 04, two-door. Wind's going to go 2. It's going to be Tom Bray in the Camaro. 708 on a 707. Had the 014 light at 95 miles an hour in your Higas performance lane. Right on the dial, 730 on a 730.
Man. Tom Bray with an 014 had a better light than the 020 of Darren McChesney. Tom Bray will have lane choice in the final with the Camaro.
Right down to the reaction time.
So we got our Pro Trophy Final Four coming up here. 4 racers remain. Gary Bowman is your buy-run holder. He'll get a lane choice in his pair.
Who had Lane Cruz and Jim Evans and whoever the heck you ran? Whoever ran with him.
Nicola.
Oh, yeah.